Hey Fact Fusers, we're back again this week with some gems. This week we're flying into space, exploring and discovering, as well as tasting some food of course. So sit back and get ready to enjoy some fascinating facts. On this day, April 6, 1722, Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen arrived on a small remote island in the Pacific Ocean. This island, now known as Easter Island, was named after the day Roggeveen and his crew first set foot there, Easter Sunday. What made this island so fascinating wasn't just its isolation, but the mysterious statues scattered all around. These giant stone heads called Moai stood tall across the landscape. But here's the strange part. When Roggeveen asked the locals about them, they had no idea who had built them. The islanders only spoke myths about the long-eared ancestors, but they had no clear history about the statues or their creators. It's a mystery that puzzled people for centuries. How did these towering sculptures come to be, and why did the islanders seem to have no recollection of their origin? On this day, April 7, 1827, an English chemist named John Walker accidentally invented something we all use today: matches. It all started when Walker was scraping a chemical-coated stick on his hearth, and to his surprise, it caught fire. Walker initially named the invention friction lights, a reference to the method used to ignite them, but this didn't appeal to the public, who later gave them a new nickname, lucifers. Though the invention gained popularity, Walker refused to patent it despite strong encouragement to do so. He believed the invention would benefit mankind and wanted it to be freely available for anyone to use. Since Walker didn't patent his invention, Samuel Jones stepped in, took the idea, and started mass-producing them, making a fortune in the process. It's a fascinating story, an accidental invention that became a household staple, yet the man who created it missed out on the recognition. Well, this wouldn't be a Fact Fuse episode without a food fact. Today on April 8th, we celebrate National Empanada Day, honoring a pastry rich in history and flavor. The name empanada comes from the Spanish verb empanar, meaning to wrap in bread. Originating in Spain's Galicia region, empanadas were introduced to Latin America by Spanish colonists, where they evolved and fused with local ingredients. In Argentina, for example, they're filled with beef, chicken, or cheese, and the country hosts the Festival Nacional de la Empanada en Familia to celebrate this beloved dish. So whether baked or fried, sweet or savory, grab an empanada today and join the celebration. On April 10, 1910, Earth passed through the tail of Halley's Comet, an event that stirred both scientific curiosity and widespread panic. Leading up to this passage, astronomers discovered cyanogen, a toxic gas in the comet's tail, sparking fears that Earth's atmosphere would be poisoned. This led to a surge in sales of gas masks and comet pills purported to counteract the effects. Despite the hysteria, scientific observations reported minimal atmospheric disturbances. Notably, Arthur Mark Twain, born in 1835 during Halley's previous appearance, died on April 21, 1910, just day after the comet's passage, fulfilling his own prediction of departing with its return. On this day, we celebrate ASMR, Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, that relaxing, tingling feeling some people get from soft sounds, whispers, or gentle tapping. The term ASMR was actually coined in 2010 by a Facebook group in Cyprus. Before that, well, people were calling it things like brain tingles, not quite as catchy. The first viral ASMR video, a 2009 YouTube clip from the channel Whisper Life, where a woman pretended to give a haircut. It was calming, oddly satisfying, and it kickstarted a whole new genre online. Today, ASMR is massive, with creators around the world making content to help people relax, sleep, or just feel good. So pop on some headphones and celebrate the art of chill. On April 11, 1970, Apollo 13 launched from Kennedy Space Center atop a Saturn V rocket. Though the mission was steeped in the superstitions surrounding the number 13, it was the 13th scheduled Apollo mission, launched at 1313. 2 days into the mission, an oxygen tank exploded in the service module, severely damaging the spacecraft systems, including power and life support. This critical failure forced the crew to abort their lunar landing plans and instead circle the moon without landing. Utilizing the lunar module as a lifeboat, the crew faced numerous challenges. Through resourcefulness and teamwork, they safely returned on Earth on April 17th, splashing down in the Pacific Ocean. Despite all efforts and planning, Apollo 13's journey turned into a dramatic rescue mission. Perhaps the number's presence in the name was an omen of the challenges that lay ahead.
Maybe I won't make it, but if it's up to me, I think I can do it.
On April 12, 1980, Canadian athlete Terry Fox set out from St. John's, Newfoundland, to run across Canada, a journey he called the Marathon of Hope. At 21, Fox had recently lost his leg to a rare form of bone cancer. However, he didn't let this hold him back. He trained intensively for 18 months, learning to run with a prosthetic limb. His goal was ambitious: run a marathon, 42 kilometers, every day to raise awareness and funds for cancer research. Initially, his efforts garnered little attention, but as he persevered, public interest grew and donations began to pour in. Over 143 days, Fox covered 5,373 kilometers, or 3,339 miles, averaging a marathon daily. Tragically, on September 1st, just outside Thunder Bay, Ontario, he was forced to stop when cancer spread to his lungs.
Cancer had spread, and now I've got cancer in my lungs. And we got to go home and try and do some more treatment. But all I can say is if there's any way I can get out there again and finish it, I will.
Despite this setback, Fox's determination left an indelible mark on Canada, inspiring annual Terry Fox runs that have raised over $850 million for cancer research worldwide. And that's it for today's episode of Fact Views. If you have watched this far, feel free to drop a comment to share your thoughts, or just type more if you want more videos like this one to come. We hope you have enjoyed as usual, and if you learned something new, why don't you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode.